The real founder of the Hermitage was Catherine the Great. She was a lovely princess from Germany. She arrived at the court of the Empress Elizabeth at the age of 15 to be married to the heir. She had quite a tough time being married to the heir, but she spent 17 years and being ignored by her husband and by Elizabeth too, and reading good books and getting clear ideas about how to run the country. When her husband succeeded, he was incredibly incompetent and incredibly unpopular, and there was a great movement to make the civilized Catherine into the empress instead. This painting, riding a white horse, was her on her way to Peterhof to tell her husband that he had been kicked out and he'd better come quiet. She was an intellectual. She was working on how to reform Russia, and she was also fascinated by art. She got her first bulk collection of 225 paintings as a result of the 7 Years' War. This is a lovely Rubens she bought, with Rubens' landscape with a rainbow. In bulk, she bought a wonderful collection from France, the Crozat collection. Her last bulk purchase was the Walpole collection from England. Sir Robert Walpole was, of course, Britain's first Prime Minister. He had formed an extraordinary collection in his the beautiful house he built in the East Anglia, Houghton Hall. And his grandson ran through all the family's money and had to sell the collection. Actually, even more than paintings and drawings, she loved cameos and engraved gems, carving cameos. This is a portrait of Catherine carved by her daughter-in-law, Maria Feodorovna. She had wonderful jewel cabinets made to hold her collection. She had the Sèvres manufactory of porcelain make her a cameo service, the most expensive porcelain service that Sèvres had ever made. He was keener on sculpture. He bought the Farsetti collection from Venice, which was a major collection of sculpture. It was in his reign that Napoleon was beaten, and in Russia it is always considered that he did it alone. Anyway, he rode into Paris, a victorious emperor, and he got to know Napoleon's first wife, the Empress Josephine, and he bought the best of her collection after Napoleon died. He was succeeded by his brother, Nicolas I, the greatest connoisseur after Catherine. He loved German painting. He bought a collection of Caspar David Friedrich, the great romantic German painter, which is known to be the largest collection of Friedrich outside Germany. And this is the hall which is known in his memory as the Nicholas Hall in the Hermitage. He was succeeded by his son, Alexander II, who also was a good connoisseur, but he didn't bring anything quite so spectacular to the Hermitage. His son, in turn, was Alexander III, who had a passion for Russian contemporary art. Nicholas II is the tragic figure who was shot with his family in a basement in Yekaterinburg. Before he went, he managed to buy one of the greatest paintings in the Hermitage. It's a Leonardo known as the Benoit Madonna. It had been in the family of the Benoits, who were a family of architects and artists. The Hermitage curator pronounced, when it was exhibited in 1914 that it was a genuine Leonardo. I mean, the death of Nicholas and the revolution brings the imperial story of St. Petersburg to a close.